And welcome back, everyone, to Who Would Win. Today's Who Would Win comes to us from Shadow Marshmallow, RO3 Killer Z, Ghost the Reaper, and Dylan H. There might even be more, but I might have just missed it. Who asked the question, who would win in a fight? Freddy Krueger or Deadpool, the Merc with the Mouth? Look, I've gone over the backstories at this point, God knows how many times. Summarize: Freddy Krueger, child killer, and possible pedophile. The pedophile is alluded to in the original. It's pretty much confirmed in the remake, at least in the original series, anyway. And it's confirmed in the remake. When he was killed, he was given the job, the guys who gave me this job, by dream demons to become the Sandman and to kill people in their sleep. In the dream world, Freddy is God, pretty much. He can, let's call it warp reality. He can control the dream to whatever degree he wants to control it. And any damage inflicted in the real world to you, in the dream, is inflicted in the real world. The answer is, what can he do? Yes, that is the question he can do. But one of the big things he is good at doing is pinpointing or making you feel afraid, because he does gain power from your fear of him, from your belief in him. Now, if you are completely unafraid of him, this is not like Pennywise, where Pennywise's power is directly associated with that. Freddy can still fight and all that. It's just a matter of being able to match him. But fear helps. That said, if you pull him out of the dream world, Freddy isn't all that tough. He's a little bit more durable than a human. Well, let's rephrase that. Durability, he's a little bit more durable. Endurance-wise and pain tolerance-wise, he is far more durable. I had to use Freddy vs. Jason as an example there, where he literally had his arm ripped off, was gutted, got completely bludgeoned and repeatedly by many different objects, including Jason himself, and kept going. And ironically, he probably would have won that fight had they not blown up the dock. So, at least from the way that was depicted in the movie. So, yeah, other than that, though, Freddy, in the past I have said that Freddy has some mild reality warping capabilities in the real world, but it actually doesn't really seem clear now that I look back on it. The one thought I had was in Nightmare 2, where he kind of lit the pool on fire, and I think that he did do that. But I think there was other circumstances behind that. I think the reason behind that is because he was actually possessing a body, unlike pulling him into the real world with his own body. So, I don't know. Sorry, there's a bug here. Boop, boop. There we go. Just getting it out of the way for right now. Nothing serious. It was like one of those horn beetles, not stag beetles, but the smelly stink bug. Which, by the way, yeah, he stung my fingers pretty well. Whew. You always try to figure out what that smell is. Like, not it's the smell of a stink bug, but what makes up that smell? What does it smell like? Kind of similar. It's completely sidetracked for a moment, but just the curiosity. Kind of similar to, not the kind of like skunk in terms of how it insults your senses, but not in terms like a musk. Because it is a familiar scent, and it's bugging me why I can't pinpoint it. Regardless, Freddy, yeah. So Freddy, with pulled into the real world in his own form, is kind of limited, really. I mean, he's got his razor gloves, great, but he's not a fighter or anything like that. In fact, he would get his ass kicked, generally speaking, otherwise against someone who knows how to fight. Speaking of which, good segue. Wade Wilson was a mercenary who was diagnosed with cancer. In the movie, it was cancer's only in how do you put it? My lungs, brain, liver, and lungs. I think that's how he put it. He had it in 4 or 5 different spots. The cancer was just all over the place. And then obviously he went through the Weapon X program, was given a lot of different experiments, ultimately being shot up with an artificial healing factor, which pretty much turned him into an immortal. One thing everyone always points out is that Deadpool still has cancer. There's actually nothing about Deadpool that says he doesn't have cancer. It's just that his healing factor combats the cancer fast enough that he lives. In fact, he's pretty much kind of described as a walking tumor. Vampires like Dracula bit him and said he tastes disgusting because he's diseased. But beyond that, his healing factor is arguably even better than Wolverine's, as he has regenerated from next to nothing before. Granted, there was some magical interference when he was just a hand, but he has returned. He was regenerated from being just a giant pile of goo. He has literally just regrown his limbs or reattached his limbs. In fact, I think he stated that yes, he can. Excuse me. He can regrow his limbs, but he tries to reattach it because regrowing takes forever. There's a reason I think that Deadpool, the zombie, first off, zombie Deadpool as a head can't regenerate because the zombie virus shut off the healing factors. But Deadpool as a head, as far as we know, can't grow himself back. I don't think he can, although maybe I'm wrong. In fact, I think there have been circumstances where that's right. There was a version of Deadpool that wasn't Deadpool. It was its own creation, which was literally a patched together version of Deadpool from all the missing limbs he had. So he collected these things and made a new Deadpool, which is insane. He is a master marksman, master martial artist, master swordsman. He's a master of pretty much any form of combat you can think of. But the thing is, he's just so crazy that he's just unpredictable to the point where even he doesn't know what he's going to do. That's why individuals like Taskmaster, for example, can't predict him. The guy who can literally copy movements to the T and reuse them for his own purpose. So, yeah, Deadpool doesn't really have anything he's outright afraid of. I mean, not legitimately anyway. I mean, there's stuff he'd probably be jokingly afraid of, but not anything that could be exploited. So, that's not something that Freddy's going to really be able to use. That's not something he's going to be susceptible to with Freddy. So let's get this out of the way right now. In the real world, Freddy would get his ass kicked by Deadpool because Deadpool's going to just shoot him in the face, cut his head off, whatever. Freddy can't take Deadpool in the real world. So the question is just going to be, is for Deadpool going to be smart enough to know to pull Freddy out of the dream world should they interact? And the immediate answer to that is actually probably going to be yes, because Deadpool is among the characters who is completely fourth wall aware. Will make references outside the comics, would know the reference to Freddy Krueger and how to beat him right out. So Freddy tries to screw with Deadpool. He's getting pissed off that Deadpool is not just not reacting, but just not going down. And eventually, he would just pull him out of the dream world, be like, hey, buddy, let's talk. And just starts massacring him in the real world. And yeah, this, again, another one that probably could have gone to the speed round, but still, this is not even a close fight, I don't think. The only way Freddy, I think, could feasibly beat him is if he was able to exploit something of Deadpool in the dream world that would prevent Deadpool from healing, but that would be a near impossibility. While Deadpool's healing factor has been kind of tied to his mood before, he still heals regardless. It's next to impossible, short of straight out incineration, to kill Deadpool. And this is because for a while he was cursed to immortality by Thanos. Now that curse has since been lifted, so he is capable of being killed. It's near impossible to do it with his type of healing factor. Hell, and I think he described it in what was it? Deadpool kills not the Marvel universe, but Deadpool kills the overall books or whatever, where he was going up against Frankenstein or something. He had the Frankenstein monster there and said, hey, yeah, no, put my own brains in there. Scooped him out with a spork. He literally can just take parts of his brain, just go, and it will grow back. That's how nuts his healing factor really is. So, yeah. Anyway, I digress. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you folks next time. Have a good one.